Hey, you know what time it is? It's time to cook some chicken. Welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. This is another one of my cooking videos. And what I'm getting ready to prepare right here is some Italian chicken. Basically, these are chicken tenderloins that I purchased at Walmart. I purchased a pack of these tenderloins at Walmart. I just wanted to let you know what the packet looked like. And now on my last video I put out with the video to where I made the pizza. I did give you a price of less than $25 for all the ingredients, and that still does hold true. So basically, what I'm going to do here is, the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to put some garlic salt on this chicken. Now this right here is probably one of the easiest ways that you can prepare chicken. And at the end of the day, it still tastes good. And then after I use the garlic salt, I'm gonna put on some oregano. Oh, and by the way, anytime you cook chicken, like anytime you go and you buy chicken out of a packet like I did, before you cook the chicken, always rinse the chicken off in cold water before cooking. Now I used to not rinse the chicken off at all, and it was just, I just didn't like how the chicken turned out. So for health reasons, always rinse off your chicken and use cold water. I've rinsed it off the hot water before, and when you use hot water or even warm water, it's gonna leave your chicken a little on the tough side. So in order to preserve the tenderness of the chicken, when you rinse your chicken off, use cold water. And then after I use oregano, I'm going to use some Italian seasoning. And again, I got everything that I'm using here from Walmart. You can buy you some seasoning like this for $1 a container. I think it's $1. It's around $1. But it's not real expensive by any means. Sometimes if it doesn't come out, you might have to take off the filter and just do one of these numbers. I'm not afraid to be a little generous with the spices. I don't like my meat bland, so I try to spice it up real good. And then after that, you slap on some Parmesan cheese. And I try to be pretty generous with the Parmesan. Sometimes it doesn't work, so you have to go to the other side and do it this way. Now, of course, you do it like this, it's not going to come out evenly. So what you do is you go in with your hands and you just kind of, do your thing. Just spread it out evenly by hand. Take the big clumps, break it off. And once again, as y'all can see, I got tin foil. I'm using tin foil, so whatever sticks on this pan, no problem. I just take out the foil, throw away the foil, and it makes my dishwashing that much easier, because I'm not going to have to be scraping a bunch of cheese or whatever off of the pan, because it's going to all be on the tin foil, which I will throw away once the food is cooked. So after you use. Now, with some people, at this point, with some people, this is all they're going to do. They're going to just keep it like this and cook it. Now, I guess if you really want to, on top of this, you can also slap on some mozzarella cheese. Now, some people love cheese, so they'll slap on some mozzarella cheese on top of this. Some people, Parmesan cheese is good enough. Now, honestly, I thought about using mozzarella cheese, but now that I look at how much Parmesan cheese that I currently got on this chicken, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm gonna go ahead and call it today. In fact, I'm gonna use a little more Parmesan cheese. Rather than using mozzarella cheese, I'm gonna just use a little extra Parmesan cheese. And a lot of the dishes that I cook, after a while, you guys will notice that I tend to use a lot of ingredients that are A, very easy to find, B, relatively low cost, and C, these are ingredients that if you look around in your kitchen pantry, you probably got sitting around somewhere. So, this is my Parmesan chicken. It is ready to go in the oven. And typically with chicken, I like to heat the oven up to 400 degrees and typically keep it in there for maybe 25 minutes, give or take. Now, right now, I currently got my pizza in the oven. Oh, I forgot to do one more thing. So yeah, let me finish. So right now, I got my pizza in the oven. So I'm gonna probably throw it in there and not touch the temperature. And I'll just keep the chicken in the oven for a little longer. Now on to the next step. Now, one way that you can save yourself from having to wash an extra pan, and also this is a method that I use to keep the juices in the chicken, to keep my chicken from drying out. This is what I do. I got another piece of foil. I slap it on. See, here's my chicken, Parmesan chicken. Here's another piece of foil. I slap it on the chicken. I just kind of pat it down a little bit. I'm not gonna, And then on top of this, I got more chicken. I got some more chicken right here. I just slap it on top. I've only got a few pieces here, so I don't really feel like dirtying up a whole nother pan just for 4 pieces of chicken. So, just like I did with my main batch of chicken in the bottom, I'm gonna do the same thing here, except this time around, rather than using Parmesan cheese, I'm gonna use mozzarella cheese. So once again, garlic, salt. Italian seasoning. Let's see here. Yeah, man, it's not cooperating. There we go. Oregano. And rather than using Parmesan cheese, I will use a little bit of mozzarella cheese. And I don't really want to put my hands in this container of cheese, in this bag of cheese after touching raw meat. So I'm going to just kind of dump it like that. Then just use my hands to kind of spread it out a little more evenly. A little more here. And this is ready to go in the oven. Now at this point, it's probably been about 15 minutes, give or take, since I've put my pizza in the oven. So at the same time I put this chicken in the oven, I'm gonna check my pizza real quick and see how it's doing. I gotta go grab me my oven mitts. There you go. Here's my chicken going in the oven. This is what my piece of biscuits look like so far. Now I'm pretty confident that they're not done at this point, but I'm gonna get a clean knife here and kind of pluck them. Yeah, no, I mean, well, I can't tell by plucking, but I can tell by how soft the biscuits are that they're not done. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these biscuits back in the oven, and I'll probably check them again in another 15 minutes or so. Cause like I said, it's gonna probably take a little longer to cook these biscuits because of all the extra stuff I put on top of them. So biscuits, chicken, and I will see everybody on the next video. So stay tuned for the finished products.